Hi everybody and welcome back. So for those who don't know me, I'm Emma and I'm the artist behind Unsteady Art. And today is another commission day, but this is one that I can definitely show you, and I know full well that Dave absolutely loved the fact that I recorded everything. So I've got 6 hats today, 3 black ones, 3 with a red brim, white, say for example line, and then black on top. So these are going into Ratsport autos and Rattus performance. I've purposely put, I don't know if you can read that, what it is and how far from the brim, because these are 2 different types of hats. So I've got one that's a snapback, but it's got a very straight front panel, where this one is a little bit more relaxed and it's got the normal curve on the brim, where that is very flat. So the idea is either you leave it flat or you can bend it to your own style. So first things first, I need to get the embroidery machine back up to the hat attachment. I will spit it out today. Hat attachment and hooping the hats. So let's get on with it. So I have to admit, I really do feel like I'm on top of here, but there's not really much of an angle I can get. So the arms have got to come off. This needs to go through that part, and then the driver needs to be put on with the screws. So I'm going to quickly do that and then we can get on. So now it's just get the cap gauge on, and if you've noticed here, what I've done is on my on my table that I can use with knives, I've cut a perfect line out, so I've got a base and then bring it to the top. The reason being, with it being all black and the sticker being slightly off centre, it's knocking me sensors for 6. So I've purposely put that line so when I do get it back on, I can work out where the line is. So it is where the line is on this side. So let's get the gauge on. I need my stabiliser. It's only going to be a front one, so I don't need as much as what I did with that, just enough to cover where the embroidery is going to be. So this is tear away. It is designed for caps in mind, hence the size. And this is the gauge for it, so let's take all of these off. So as soon as I've set the other one going, I'm straight away going to put the next hat on. So I've got that continuous. So just line it up with there we go. So put this underneath. Get my cap. Don't forget to take that out as well, unless that will literally stitch to that as well. So all we're doing, making sure we'll go over the top, and then I'm butting did nearly forget one thing. That part needs to go out as well. I'm going to bring the teeth around, and I need it as close to the brim I can get it. So there we go, so it's ready to go machine. So now I need to put it on the machine, get the level, the needle centred, which I have changed out for a 80 by 12 ratio needle. So these are the ones I've got. No idea if it's going to focus, but yeah. So duck the bill underneath. Right, so then now with the stop on, I can twist that part down to actually get it level. So I have made sure it is level. So we're looking at down the line when I did have it on there. And then it's a case of getting it back up. There we go. Take the stop off. And then hopefully, touch wood, there it goes. So I'll let you watch this, I'll do another hoop and we'll keep going. So this is now done, so I just need to unclip all three of the clips, twist and turn, and there we go. Hi everybody and welcome back. So I didn't get back to the video last time and a lot of stuff went awry. Well, I'm saying a lot of stuff, it was one, but that one issue then ended up equaling other parts. So I finished off showing you I did Ratsport performance for Dave that I know, and that went through swimmingly, along with another two. When it got to the red caps, this is kind of where it went a bit funny. So this one wasn't really the deal breaker, slightly too close on the O and the R, but it still made sense. At the moment though he's a bit on holiday, so I'll be explaining this all to him later on. But when it comes to the red caps, this is where it went a bit wrong. So straight after that one, because I couldn't understand why it did it, I just thought that I had a bit of a bobbin break, and I thought, oh, maybe it did that, but it wasn't. So this one, as much as it looks like a very cute little, very low car with nice headlights, it's not meant to look like that at all. It dropped and then re-stitched over, and this is how it's meant to look, which was the one after I found out what the issue was. So what it is when I'm putting the frame on to the attachment, there's the 3 connections, which I explained quite a few times when installing it. The 3rd one at the top right, that one was bouncing itself out. And I noticed that halfway through the car, which is why it stitched okay for the rest of it, but that first initial car outline was low. Or should I say started high and then ended up working low. And what it is when I'm putting it in, it does this funny, it does the click, but it's not the proper click that I should have been listening out for. So what it is the hammer that's at the top should be going completely into it so it doesn't move, where it's just been grazing on the top. So because it's been grazing, you can pull it, but if you do too much of a tug, which is obviously what the machine's doing when it's going, it just bounced out. So I have got in touch with Amaya, which is the place that I get my got my embroidery machine from. It's also the place I got my attachments. There is a little bit that you can alter, but obviously with it being a new model, a new attachment, I'll get there, it just didn't quite set in right. So at least I know what the issue is, so I can fix it for later. And hopefully I can get, now that I know what's happening, I can alter how I do it. I haven't got great grip on that side, so it could have been me. That's what I thought at first. But when my son and my husband wasn't able to put it in, that's when it kind of rung that it for once wasn't me. But now we know what the issue is. We've kind of had a play with it, so at least now we know how to force it down a bit more just to be able to get it locked in, and that's without altering it. Obviously can't do much about the hats because they're already done. I have told him the next time I place an order I will be adding an extra hat for him and doing that. But now my son's 18th is coming up. Now I've kind of dropped little bits in since then, because his 17th I did the skull, the skulls for him, so me Flaming Skull and Grim Reaper, they went on t-shirts for him. And he is now starting up his own business, so which at the moment it's mainly apparel. He is on about painting skateboards because that is what he likes to do. He's thought of a brand name which is Brainless, and the logo is what we are stitching out today. So this is something that he is digitised himself. He is learning my machine to do it for himself. He is also every part of this. So as much as I'm there guiding him, it's not me that's doing it. And it's one way of him getting on a good foot. It means that he can get materials in cheaper because I can source those. He can get the embroidery done by himself with just a general cost price. And the fact that he's using my machine and things like that, which if it's sit idle, it might as well, and he might as well get some money for doing it. So you'll be seeing that stitch out. Doesn't want to be in front of camera. He's a bit camera shy to say that he isn't when it comes to skateboarding, but it is what it is. So yeah, let's get on with it. So I'm on another day. Teaching my son was very, very joyful and very fruitful, to be honest. He did manage to do all the stuff himself, a little bit of guidance obviously, but yeah, that was quite productive. Love to show you the shirt, probably going to have to put one here or there, don't know which. And main reason is he was that happy he decided to wear it, and that's it really. So what's today? So I've got a funny feeling that I might be doing a few teaching sessions with him later on in the day, but for now I'm going to do my black cat because that still needs stitching out, and I've still got some of the other characters to digitise. I also need to do my video today, so lots to do, and the only thing I can say is let's go do it. everybody, welcome back. So I've done quite a few things today. My son hasn't quite got to his, but I think that will happen once he's got back. I do need to end this video though because I need to edit. So what I've managed to get done today, I have managed to successfully print out my black cat. I like how it's even got an inbuilt hanger. I've started my brown and white dog. There is quite a few issues, and it is due to the top and the bottom. See the white bit? Basically there's air coming through. With that you can definitely see it. When it got to that area I literally had to hand stitch the body of the embroidery back onto the B film because it already deteriorated, already punched itself out before I'd even got to it. So I've looked back on the digitising, just extended the lines out a bit, so not the black line, the coloured part, just so it meets higher, so it should be able to connect. I've also done that with the white under stitch as well. The idea is that that acts like what I did with the black thread, so it's not going to waste. It's something I'll use because I have to admit he is quite cute, but it will need redoing, but that is another week. So thank you very, very much. If you did like this, please like, subscribe, comment, because I would love to hear what you're thinking. Which is your favourite character? Anything like that. And yeah, I will see you next week. Bye.